Do you feel like maybe it's where you're finding men? Maybe like the type of men. You think?
Yeah, maybe you need to go to the library.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, or the grocery store. Shit.
No, I know.
Maybe be on a podcast.
Well, the thing is, also men don't approach you in LA.
100% no. Absolutely not. Especially when you're pretty too. They're like, no.
Yeah, and being plus size is like a whole nother thing.
Yes. Oh my God, girl.
So
I know
that's
it.
why I feel like I only meet men like on jobs or online.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would go out with my friends quite often, and the entire time I've lived in LA, I've had definitely less than 10 men approach me. Definitely less than 10.
Wow.
How long have you lived in LA?
8 years.
Wow. I was thinking you're like a couple years.
Like come up to me on the street in person. Like guys
yeah, but I see why that doesn't happen in LA though.
Why is that?
Because like LA is one of those places too where one, there's a lot of people that are insecure. One, two, like rejection is definitely feared out here in LA because like there's been times where like a girl fell and I helped her up and she's like, and I was just like, wow. Like so I think like even by you being
oh my God.
Like yeah, I was like
okay.
Like the communication, like even going into the elevator the other day, I was like, oh hey, how you doing? And this girl's like, and I'm just thinking like I'm just a friendly person. You know, my mom taught me to speak to people like all my friends from Alabama. But that like I noticed that like, and it might not be like the prettier shit, like anything like that, but I do notice like a level of like, don't talk to me, you know, like there's like a stench in the air that's out here.
And I'm going to tell you why
that's like that. And so I can see someone not approaching you because they're like, wow, she's a beautiful woman and I don't want to say something. And then she's just like you don't want your day to be fucked up because you said hello to somebody. You know?
I think that's a chance you got to take if you think somebody fired.
But what I'm saying is like after you take 2 chances and you find out that fire is fire, you know what I'm saying? You like, all right, you know what? How many times you gonna touch the stove? You know?
Okay, I understand.
It's like,
but this is something that we wanted to touch on is like there's this cultural society thing going on, especially if you're in the industry, you're a public figure as a man. You know, you've seen the famous Keanu Reeves picture where he's taking fans with photos, and have you seen this? This
he does not touch anyone.
He will not touch anybody.
Touch a girl. He takes a picture, he puts his hand behind their back like this. Like he puts it straight out. He will not hug them.
You see his full palm.
Every single time you see him take a picture. Google it when you get home, but it's so funny.
It'll blow your mind.
It will.
This is a real thing in the industry because there's, you know, and in workplaces, not even just, you know, entertainment industry, but if you're a man and you're alone with the woman, like you don't want that situation to come up. Like if you have stuff, if you have a career, if you have money, if you have whatever, you're in your mind, you're like, okay, one weird situation in an elevator,
it blows up.
It could all be gone. Yeah. Is it worth the risk? You know, that person has to be really worth the risk. So I'm just curious to pose the question, I guess, back to you guys is, do you think things will change where girls are going to feel like, I don't get approached anymore and they're going to start approaching guys and that's going to be the norm? Or do you think things will just soften up a little bit and it'll be more acceptable to be, hey, how you doing? Oh, I see you fall. Let me help you out.
It's only going to get worse.
You think so?
I
think so too.
Just resort to online.
Yeah, it's not just online.
I agree.
And like the good thing about too online is you can see someone's lifestyle through like their Instagram. Like you can look at someone's Instagram and somewhat see like their friends or who they interact, unless they're like, you know, tricky and shit. But I'm saying like you can look at somebody and say, oh, okay, like this person seems fun. Like they, you know, it's almost like in some ways it's almost like a resume that you can see at times.
This girl seems fun.
Are you like, oh, okay, this person seems, you know, she has a good relationship with her, this and this, you know.
Yeah.
I think Instagram is good. It's like a quick snapshot into who that person is, but not on their page. You gotta look at the tag photos for the real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like what they put. You know, I mean, you know, people be
100%
faking for Instagram. It's wild how far, like the links people will go to.
Oh, I know.
To make it look like
they live in a lifestyle.
Exactly. Literally. You'd be surprised. I've seen niggas who are homeless in
no
real
way.
life, but like you next to a Bentley right now, like it's that extreme.
See, that ain't right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite. Like I want to be low key. I don't want anybody like coming up to me like, oh, you did this, you did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Humble. Yeah, but I think there is a psychological thing too, where if you're a very attractive woman or you're a model, I mean, let's be honest, if you're a model, you're kind of like top tier, like as far as at least your face symmetry and all that, where a lot of guys will be like, oh, they're really pretty, they're beautiful. I'm sure guys approach them all the time. And then there's this drop off where they actually get approached less. Yeah. There's actually real statistics that like the really top like, beautiful girls, they get approached less.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The people that I get approached by the most are like old Hispanic men.
Girl, same.
They shooting they shot.
Papi has no problem talking to you. Hola.
Like whistling. I'm like, oh my God. You know what? Also, I want to tell you guys a little story because this happened to me today. So I live in Hollywood, and I was walking to Starbucks today with my dog, and this homeless guy, you know, he just started walking with me, right? And for me, he was dressed okay. It wasn't dirty. He had Chucks on. He had like a nice little shirt, but he was holding a bowl like to smoke weed or whatever. And he was just walking with me, and he wasn't saying, he was like, what's up? I'm like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, yeah, so it's nice out, huh? I'm like, he was talking like a normal person. So to me, I'm not threatened because I'm like, I'm 5'10". What's Shorty really gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I got my dog. It's broad daylight. I'm walking to Starbucks. I'm on Hollywood Boulevard. Not a big deal. Okay, so he's walking with me or whatever, and he's just telling me stories like, yeah, man, I swear to God, like, man, fuck my brother, man. My brother just stole 10 racks from me. I'm like, did he though? So then he's like, yeah, he stole my chain too. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. So he's like, yeah. So I walk up to the Starbucks and he's like, yeah, man, I just lost my card though, but could you give me some? And you know me, I'm like, what is a $3 coffee? I'm not tripping at all. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm blessed. Like, let me bless him. Like, whatever. I go in there, I get him a bunch of shit or whatever. And then I come out and I give it to him like, hey, like, this is for you. I give it to him. And he's like, I'm like, yo, I'm about to hop on a phone call with my dad, but like, it was nice to meet you. Because I didn't want him to think I wanted to walk with him still. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, thank you. I wish we could do this every day. I was like,
I give him credit.
I was like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. He's like, oh, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I can walk with you. So he kind of like followed me a little bit.
You should have been like, same time tomorrow.
No way.
Yeah, you should have.
No, because I go to that Starbucks
like,
all the time.
We do this every single day.
No, I would never be able to go back.
Crazy with crazy.
Oh my God. No. So that made me think like, it's kind of scary. Like sometimes you can't really respond to men because you just, I don't know that sometimes men realize the boundary. Not all men, but some men don't realize like just because I spoke to you and I said hello does not mean follow me.
Yeah, see, we don't know.
You don't know, you know, and that's just
because sometimes they means follow you, like, hey, let's hang out.
Right, exactly. So yeah, that was my experience with getting approached, shouting the Chucks, you know.
Well, because women like nonverbal cues, but guys don't always pick up on the nonverbal cues. Yeah. So if there was like a diagram or like a poster that we could learn in school, then maybe we'd be straight. But
it'd be a big poster.
It's like 100 different. The hair flip. Language. She likes you. I don't know. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. It can get real tricky for sure. Yeah, and lastly, do you guys feel obligated to date within your culture? I just wanted to ask you guys that. There's a lot of pressure when you're black and you're doing very well and you're successful in the music industry. You know, some people like will hate on you if you don't date like black people. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you see like a black athlete and then like with a white girl, like people like, what the fuck? You know? I don't personally feel like that because I'm like, date who you want, love who you love. But do you guys feel any pressure to do that?
I don't feel pressure because I'm mainly attracted to black men, so I've never even thought about it.
Okay. Have you ever dated a white guy?
No.
Okay. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. What about you?
Nah, I don't feel pressure.
To date a black woman because you want to make sure that you're like in alignment with either your family views or like you don't want to disappoint anyone because technically, you know, they say when good black men date white women, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm built like different, but I just who I am.
Did you say you're built different?
Yeah, that means like if I'm attracted to you like mentally and we vibe together, then we move.
Yeah.
But I mean, I never really made decisions off of other people. I told you I'm different.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, no, that's cool too.
But I've always been kind of like that.
Have you ever dated a white girl?
I've talked to a white girl before.
Okay, but not dated.
Nah.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, interesting. You know, I'll be trying to play matchmaker out here, so.
What?
I'm just saying with people in general. Now that I know you guys are both single, I'm saying I have single friends. You know, just saying.
Come back on a podcast. You won't believe what this girl did.
Oh my God! Right? I hooked up with one of my friends. Oh my God! Embarrassing.
Soul food.
I know. Oh.
We basically just set up a romantic date on like a podcast.
Yeah, this is,
we had soul food.
This is basically
I didn't have to pay.
oh
we talked
my
to each other.
God.
We connected.